Today we are going to explore some of the most amazing archaeological discoveries in the world. From an ancient mega-quarry in Utah that defies natural explanations, to the mysteries of Angkor Wat in Cambodia, Göbekli Tepe in Turkey, and Denisova Cave in Siberia. In addition, we will delve into the enigma of the Osirian in Egypt and the pyramids of Giza, whose true purpose remains a mystery. Number 1. In early 2024, a surprising discovery was made in Utah, near the border with Arizona and north of Monument Valley. Researchers believe they have found an ancient quarry, a place with huge blocks of sandstone that have fascinated archaeologists and geologists alike. Massive blocks of sandstone are found in the quarry, some measuring up to 6.4 meters in all dimensions and weighing hundreds of tons. These blocks are noted for their precise cubic and rectangular shapes, with clean cuts at right angles. The accuracy and size of these blocks challenge the idea that they were formed solely by natural geological processes. The discovery has given rise to several theories about the formation of these blocks. An interesting hypothesis suggests that they could be the work of an advanced ancient civilization. This theory is compared to other megalithic sites in the world, such as the enormous Baalbek stones in Lebanon and the pyramids of Egypt, which also show a high degree of precision and suggest the use of advanced tools and techniques. However, some geologists propose that natural geological processes could explain the formation of these blocks. Nature can create geometric shapes, as seen in the hexagonal basalt columns of the Giant's Causeway in Northern Ireland. However, the scale and regularity of the blocks in Utah raise questions about whether such precision could just be the result of natural forces. This site is located within the Navajo Nation, a region of great cultural and historical importance. The Navajo people consider this land sacred, and nearby ancient petroglyphs depict humanoid figures and spirals. These symbols are believed to reflect Navajo beliefs in cyclical time and transformative events that reshape civilizations. This cultural context adds another level of mystery to the site, suggesting that ancient inhabitants could have played a role in the creation or use of the quarry. Research continues to discover more about the origins of the quarry. Geologists are analyzing the mineral composition of the blocks and surrounding rock to determine if unique geological conditions could have led to their formation. Archaeologists are looking for tools or artifacts that may indicate human intervention in the modeling of these giant stones. The implications of this discovery are significant. If the blocks are proven to have been shaped by an ancient civilization, this would indicate a level of technological advancement previously unknown in pre-Columbian North America. This would challenge current understanding of the capabilities of the ancient people of this region and could rewrite parts of history. The ancient quarry discovered in Utah is a site of great archaeological and geological interest. Whether the blocks are the product of natural processes or the craftsmanship of an ancient civilization, this discovery invites us to reconsider our understanding of the past and the complex relationship between nature and human innovation. Additional research will likely unravel the secrets of this enigmatic place, offering new insights into the history of human civilization and its interaction with the natural world. Number 2. Imagine a place where time seems to have stopped, a vast temple complex hidden in the dense jungle of Cambodia. This is Angkor Wat, the heart of an ancient empire and one of the most enigmatic archaeological sites in the world. Its name resonates with stories of gods and kings, whispers of lost civilizations and unsolved mysteries. Built in the 12th century by King Suryavarman II, Angkor Wat is not just a temple, but an entire city that was once the center of the Khmer Empire. From the air, the complex resembles a gigantic mandala, a sacred symbol in Hinduism and Buddhism, with its 5 central towers rising like the peaks of a mythical mountain. But what is even more fascinating is what lies within its walls. As you enter Angkor Wat, you are greeted by vast bas-reliefs telling epic stories from Hindu mythology and the exploits of ancient Khmer kings. Each stone seems to tell a story, each shadow hides a secret. Dark, labyrinthine corridors lead you to silent sanctuaries, where sunlight barely penetrates and statues of forgotten deities watch you with stone eyes. But Angkor Wat is more than a monument to past greatness. It is a living place, wrapped in an atmosphere of mystery and wonder. The jungle, slowly reclaiming its dominance, envelopes the temples with its roots, creating a surreal landscape where nature and architecture merge in an eternal dance. The complex is said to be a reflection of Mount Meru, the center of the universe in Hindu cosmology, and as you walk through its grounds, you feel like you have crossed a threshold into another world. Explorers and archaeologists have spent decades trying to unravel the secrets of Angkor Wat. How was such a monumental structure built without modern technology? What led to the sudden demise of this prosperous civilization? Each discovery seems to raise more questions than answers, fueling the intrigue and aura of mystery that surrounds this place. Number 3. In the 1960s, researchers from the University of Chicago and Istanbul University discovered Göbekli Tepe, but instead of being studied, it was widely ignored. Needless to say, this turned out to be a big mistake. It was only in 1994 when excavations began thanks to the German archaeologist Klaus Schmidt. This marked the beginning of Göbekli Tepe, a structure that could be the world's first temple. This site seems insignificant like another hill in southeastern Turkey, but it is actually a man-made structure older than Stonehenge and the Egyptian pyramids, which date back 11,600 years. Before this study and excavation of Göbekli Tepe, we believe that humans started out as hunter-gatherers, that we depended on hunting and gathering, and then we learned to farm, settle, build communities, and as those communities grew, they built temples and monuments. However, the discovery of this ancient temple changes the narrative. At a time when something as simple as agriculture was not yet established, the construction of Göbekli Tepe comes as a surprise. Why did people at that time bother creating a massive complex with stone pillars over 20 feet tall and weighing up to 10 tons? What is the importance of this place? Also, how did they do it without written records from that time? We have no way of answering these questions. A ceremonial site? A simple place to meet other hunters? The truth behind Göbekli Tepe could change the history of humanity. Number 4. Nestled in the rugged terrain of Siberia's Altai Mountains is Denisova Cave. These caverns may not look like much from the outside, but they are one of the most significant places in the world. It was in 2008 when researchers discovered how amazing these caverns are. You see, deep in these caves, scientists unearthed a small fragment of a finger bone. It may not seem like much, but subsequent DNA analyses revealed that he belonged to a previously unknown group of ancient humans, later called the Denisovans after the cave. Why is this discovery so innovative? Well, it introduced us to a whole new chapter of the human family tree. Before this, we knew our Homo sapiens ancestors and our close cousins the Neanderthals. However, the Denisovans showed us that our ancestral line was much more complex than we initially thought. Genetic evidence suggests that Homo sapiens, Neanderthals, and Denisovans not only coexisted, but also interbred. That's right, the DNA of modern humans from certain parts of the world contains fragments inherited from the Denisovans. But the Denisova cave has more secrets to reveal. Along with Denisovan remains, scientists have found artifacts and evidence of habitation by both Neanderthals and Homo sapiens. But perhaps the most astonishing find is a bracelet made of green chloride, estimated to be about 40,000 years old. This bracelet shows signs of advanced tool use in an aesthetic sense, challenging our assumptions about the technological and cultural capabilities of ancient humans. Every artifact, every bone fragment discovered in this cave reveals something new about human history. Now, who knows what other secrets lie hidden within these caverns? Number 5. The Osirian is an impressive ancient structure located in Abydos, approximately 350 kilometers south of the Great Pyramid of Giza. This construction continues to fascinate and baffle historians and archaeologists due to its sophisticated architecture and unique features. Some speculate that it could be the work of a much older and more advanced civilization, with technologies that surpass those traditionally attributed to the Egyptians of the Pharaonic era. One of the most notable mysteries of the Osirian is its peculiar architectural design. Unlike the rectangular designs typical of most ancient Egyptian temples, the Osirian features a complex L-shaped configuration. This departure from the norm raises interesting questions about the motives and purposes behind its construction. The magnitude of the Osirian is truly astonishing. Massive blocks of pink granite, some weighing up to 100 tons, form the core of the structure. These huge stones were quarried in Aswan, about 200 kilometers away. The logistical challenges of transporting these gigantic blocks to a desert location, far from the Nile, are extraordinary. The ability to precisely move and place these stones without known advanced machinery challenges our understanding of the abilities of the ancient Egyptians. The architecture of the Osirian adds another level of mystery. The site features a complex double-layered roof system and around a dozen chambers, displaying a level of architectural sophistication that appears to go beyond what a civilization with primitive tools could achieve. The intricate design, including interlocking wedges and the precise stacking of massive blocks, suggests advanced engineering knowledge not commonly associated with ancient Egypt. Furthermore, the use of granite, a material much more difficult to work than limestone, indicates a technological skill that historical records do not attribute to the ancient Egyptians. Adding to the mystery, the Osirian contains no Egyptian hieroglyphs, art, or artifacts. This absence of decoration, rare in ancient Egyptian structures, leaves researchers wondering about the true purpose and origin of this site. The Osirian remains a profound enigma that invites speculation and debate about the hidden capabilities of the ancient world. There is nothing that directly connects the Osirian to the ancient Egyptians. Throughout Egypt's history, temples and monuments were frequently renovated, with new works of art and hieroglyphs added with each renovation. However, the Osirian lacks such additions, making it a unique anomaly. Its underground design is especially unusual for Egyptian temple architecture. Some experts suggest that the Osirian could be much older than the surrounding structures, possibly predating the layers of sand and soil accumulated over thousands of years. Adding more intrigue, there are patterns of water erosion in the limestone enclosure surrounding the site. Some researchers argue that these patterns could only have formed if the structure was built before the end of the last ice age, when the region's climate was significantly wetter. This hypothesis suggests that the Osirian could be a vestige from a time before the pharaohs, hinting at the possibility of an advanced civilization that existed in ancient Egypt. The idea that the Osirian could predate other ancient Egyptian monuments by millennia adds a fascinating layer of mystery to this enigmatic site. It challenges our understanding of history and invites us to reconsider what we know about the origins of civilization in Egypt. One of the most interesting aspects of the Osirian is its underground nature and the constant presence of water. Using modern seismic technology, researchers have discovered that the structure extends at least 15 meters below the current ground level. This suggests that what we see today is just the top of a much larger construction. Seismic testing has also indicated the presence of hollow chambers at depth, hinting at hidden secrets waiting to be discovered. The prospect of what lies within these underground chambers is exciting. However, archaeologists are limited by the water that constantly fills these depths, making drainage impossible. The Osirian features an intricate hydraulic system with a network of canals, ponds, and possibly slopes, designed to control and manage the flow of water within the complex. The precision in this design demonstrates an advanced understanding of hydraulic engineering, including water flow dynamics and pressure management. Number 6. Recently, archaeologists have raised numerous questions. If the pyramids are tombs, why are there no tombs inside them? How does the Sphinx, located in the middle of a dry desert, exhibit erosion caused by water? Where do the traces of ancient ships discovered near the Pyramid of Cheops come from? And, even more intriguing, how did modern technologies influence the time of the pharaohs? These questions lead us to reflect on the need to know more about Egyptian civilization, since it could completely reformulate the history of humanity. We are now in the Giza Valley, a suburb of Cairo, near the famous pyramids of Giza. The National Geographic television channel began live broadcasting the exciting operation to explore a secret tunnel in the Great Pyramid, also known as the Pyramid of Cheops. The entrance to this tunnel was discovered 10 years ago, but at that time researchers lacked the necessary techniques to explore it. Now the task has been entrusted to a robot developed by German scientist Rudolf Gantenbrink. This robot gently enters the tunnel carrying a camera that allows researchers to observe what is happening inside. At the time, Zahi Hawass, head of Egypt's Supreme Council of Antiquities, believed the tunnel would lead to Khufu's tomb or some of his memorials, while other researchers thought they might find statues or treasures. However, upon reaching the end of the tunnel, the robot revealed only a rocky end, disappointing everyone. However, it was soon realized that it was not the true ending. It was another door in the middle of the tunnel. Opening that door seemed impossible, turning the attempt to uncover a mystery into an intriguing challenge. The first door led them to another puzzle, according to Georgy Nadifev, head of the Russian Society for the Study of Atlantic Ocean Problems. The builders of the pyramid intended to provide this option to prevent anyone inside from penetrating it. It was only natural that they would install additional protective barriers to prevent access to the interior through the tunnels if anyone discovered the entrance around them. Once inside, they would find themselves facing another door. This was necessary if no one was inside, and was crucial if the pyramid housed ancient scientific secrets that the pharaohs wanted to preserve with great efficiency. The pharaohs feared Khafreg, who lived thousands of years before Christ. According to historical narrative, it is assumed that the components of the most famous Egyptian pyramids were buried inside, but there are no inscriptions that confirm this story. This fact contradicts the funerary rituals and traditions of ancient Egypt, since no mummies have been found inside the pyramids, suggesting that they could have been looted by thieves or invaders at some distant time. However, if such theft occurred, it happened a long time ago. In the 9th century, Caliph Al-Mamun, ruler of Cairo, hired workers to drill into the northern wall of the Great Pyramid in search of Egyptian treasures or antiquities. Arab historians of the time believed that the pyramids held important scientific secrets, such as how to develop new work tools, stainless weapons, glass that could be folded without breaking, among others. However, after making the hole, Al-Mamun found nothing inside, no treasures, no scientific secrets, not even useful inscriptions. The crucial question is, was there anything inside the Great Pyramid? And if so, where did all its contents go? Some historians suggest that it was stolen years after Khufu's death, although this seems almost impossible, since the Great Pyramid had not been breached from that time until Al-Mamun's raid. In his book, Fingerprints of the Gods, film director and author Graham Hancock points out interesting facts, including that when Al-Mamun walked through the pyramid, he found it completely empty. There were nothing but walls without inscriptions and a floor covered with sand. This finding is not limited to the Pyramid of Cheops, but applies to all pyramids. During the 3rd and 4th Pharaonic dynasties, no mummies were found inside the pyramids, and there were no indications of royal burials. In some cases, no coffins were discovered, as was the case at the Midim Pyramid. However, in the Pyramid of Sakni Sekmeket in Saqqara, which scientists accessed in 1954, a coffin was found. It is evident that no one has reached it since the construction of the pyramid. Although school textbooks claim that the pyramids are tombs of pharaohs, there is no historical source to support this. It is clear that building these pyramids was not an effort dedicated solely to burying a single pharaoh. Numerous actions were carried out in its construction, and unknown techniques may have been used. This achievement, without a doubt, is not limited to being a mausoleum. Scientists have investigated this aspect for almost a century. It is logical to question the idea that the pyramids are simply tombs. We must discover the purpose behind its construction. Russian archaeologist Alexander Vornin comments that scientists have found no tombs or human skeletons inside the pyramids, making them a baffling mystery. There is a hypothesis that suggests that they could have functioned as ancient temples or schools, where individuals entered, spent a period of their lives and left with acquired knowledge. Another idea links the pyramids to the emission of a mysterious energy, as noted by French researcher Anthony Bath in the first half of the 20th century. Bath claimed that the fire was spreading more rapidly in the pyramid area than in other areas,